Wait, why do these, wait, these not look like normal cop shoes? They don't. It's pretty cool, clear a normal cop is not what you are. Good thing they're balanced. Company feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. Alright. So let's try to get through this picket line and see if we can find somebody to help us get that man out of the tree. That's my highest priority. Getting that man out of the tree is my highest priority. This? Yoink. There's that big boy over there. Lowers probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Okay, maybe I can talk to this dude. He's large. Maybe he can help.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the last of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Pull up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
Here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down?
No, I'm not here to do that.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right to work. Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think I've chosen sides yet, regardless. Yeah, either way, I have some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, scab.
The loitering man hollers in return. Want to get into the harbor too? Who are all these strike breakers? What exactly is your goal here? We promised work. He points to the gates. We'd be in there, working. The bastards hadn't shut the gates. And you're unable to breach the entrance? Main gate's locked. It'll take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. He points to the stairs. Door is locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. I don't mean the scrawny mesk punk either. He points at the dock worker idling on the staircase. I mean head measure or whatever he is. Why don't you just talk? Even I know that that's a foolish path to take. Who's head measure? Huge Simmons guy. Simmons. That's a word that I don't know. Probably something offensive or specifically regional. By a type of people from a region. Guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel's right behind him. Bad. The man glares at you, standing on their bridge. He's got a strategically advantageous position, and he's trained. I don't know how Union is trained to kill her up there, but that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters. I'll just talk to them. Like civilized folk, you mean? Man rubs his chin. These native fucks don't understand civilized. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway. No, they will give eventually, or get drunk, leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. The man rubs his jaw. A perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. I want to get in the harbor too. Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss? I can probably bring this up. I know nothing about a murder. This reply is snappy and terse. Absolutely nothing. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. He again shakes his large fist and turns back to you. It's shameful cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime. This isn't really my area of expertise. Sure, why not? Incorrect. I don't know. This really is a matter of expertise. We're not picking a side in this just yet, sir. But he turns around and blows at the gates. Let us work. Gonna leave. Well, that didn't really do much of anything. And we still have the same problem we had originally. Maybe we can go up and go up to the top of the stairs.
Scab?
A man asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head. Scab asks me that. Rhetoric, man, you're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics. Though maybe it's got something to do with flask reached for from time to time. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
His smile deepens his wrinkles even more.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles and realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I'm actually am looking for assistance with a dead body situation. Body still hanging in a tree. Rubs his chin as if pondering his core beliefs. That's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that. Sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from you can render assistance. He shrugs. Doesn't mean you can let me through the gate. I don't operate in that capacity. Not a grant or a passage. He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask. The passage grants itself. If it's so simple, why did the scab later warn you of the guards blocking the way? That somebody just walk in? I walk right past, measure head, and go in. Past measure head. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Seminist supremacist there. Seminese supremacist there. He points to the bridge above the gates, walk right past them. He points to the bridge above the gates, walk right past them, right? And then press the button to unlock the door. Aha. Then go past them again. Okay. And you enter the harbor through the office. Esta. So you're saying it's actually quite difficult. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in physical confrontation. Or you could convert his supremacist worldview, or, shook his mustache, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Has any scab tried converting to his worldview? Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to, not enough intuition. Got it. Sure the man will sit Johnny Tune. Yeah. I guess we can push the limit here. Actually, what's in here? In case of a strike, press button behind guard. Okay. Hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. Looking monolithic. There's no lockpicking your door. Well, one can't talk to her. Only person available to talk to is good old Measurehead.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Okay.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant side agrees. I'm with the police. It's time to pull that card.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Valhalla.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Valhalla emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right. I'm an alcoholic and I need that dead body no longer to be in the tree. This is all true.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Police, I need you to comply now. Not gonna do that. That seems not it. The race stuff is unimportant here. Just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Okay.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There's a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. This is true. This man is not budging. Let's hope his appearance inside are more cooperative. It was your people who put that dead body up there. Your people should help me get it down. That's a real strong accusation to make right now. Not gonna do that. That seems foolish. I'm not gonna say he's right about all this. I'm not gonna make the accusation either. I'm gonna leave.
To get into the harbor, we need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
How dejected are we after we leave another situation, unable to get this man's body from out of the tree? This game really does take its time, but I don't mind it. At least not at this point. It's gray. The greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. So I can't get that big guy to help me. Yoink. We learned a lot about this last time, didn't we? Maybe the people inside can help. What time did we wake up originally? 11:41. I haven't spoken with you.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns towards you with a smile. Wait, who's sweetie? Neither of these answers are what I want. Does that mean you like me? Who's sweetie?
Why? You are, officer.
No, sweetie, look at me. Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
No, I'm done with mating rituals this time around. I don't know, wink. Maybe I have. I had once, winked twice, but then I lost her. All these things are kind of weird. I don't really want to talk about that right now.
I'm sorry if I was being overly familiar. I know you must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself.
I also forgot to introduce myself to myself, if you want to get technical about it.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. This is Lena's whacking out from Motley Crue. I hire her on the spot. With Motley Crue. Esprit de corps. You seem to be in a chair. How'd you like to roll with me? Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox, but surely things can't be that bad. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. Hope you're right. Hope it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm on this whole thing out of abortion. Forget I say anything. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. I mean, there's no reason, again, not to be honest here. Oh my. Takes a moment to process. You know where we are, right? The Whirling in Rags cafeteria, Rochelle. We're dead on each other. We're ghosts. We are in Rochelle, I believe. Yeah, we're mostly here. That's right. And where is the Rochelle Rags? In here. Yes, indeed. We're in the fine city of Rochelle. I don't know diddly squat about this place. Her gray eyes widen. How would I even begin to tell you? Rochelle is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Rochelle is a rare jewel. The city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is. All I know is we're approaching the end of times. It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s, so I don't know how old I am. That's Sprigga 51. That's right. Dear house planet, here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. I can tell you that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask you one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Some kind of democracy? I'd like to think it's dictatorship of proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We're governed by intelligent machines, obviously not raised being control people. Cop. We're living under the cop regime. Some kind of democracy, maybe. Nope, sadly not. Rochelle is what's called a special administrative region. An alliance of foreign powers called the coalition. We have no government for our own, and what democracy we have is, she thinks, market-driven. Meaning buying is voting. If there are no governments, how are there cops? Oh dear, she shakes her head, suddenly very worried. And you're doing so well. There aren't any cops in Rochelle, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She realizes you really are brain damaged. Who could tell me more? Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask. She turns to the lieutenant. No, he looks away. I'm not an encyclopedia. Be a guide either. I'm a detective. Of course, she turns to you. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you could find a wealthy person in Martinez. I gotta get going now. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. She gives you a small wave. So that was an interesting little scene here. Did get a pen. Green with green ape head on the end. The ape has closed his eyes, a kind expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Let's see. What have we here? I don't see a reason to take that. Like an odd choice. Means when wiped clean, only the word Monday is written. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. He starts in a man's handwriting. I gotta tell you, I'm kind of stumped here. I don't want to be a bad cop, but at the same time, I have to get these things done. Knock. You hear the sharp ring turn on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. All that emotion. Leave. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Am I a smoker? Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma. You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously. But you broke it out the filter. I can't smoke that. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that, a carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied, then smoke them all. I should not do that. Yes, I should do that. I should enthusiastically do that. I'll think about it. Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about the juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. When you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. New task, find smokes and smoke them. Plus, smoking gives them massive bonuses. Get reality lowdown. You have no idea where you are. I've got a lot of things going on, and I don't think any of it. Maybe I should get the tie. Maybe that'll help. Can't do that. Pull on the fan. No. Pull light bulb. I'll do it again. Your eyes burn with the photosensitivity. It's not good. Well, that ties is gonna stay up there then. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The option to go to sleep becomes available every night at 21. No time to rest. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. There's all just too morbid to ignore. Nod stoically. He takes a step to the door like he'd like to leave. Reasonable. Alright, well, unless we gotta crank it up a little bit harder. We're gonna get that body down. We're gonna have to do a little bit more, a little bit harder pushing. What can you say?
Can I help you?
I see something here at the whirling dart. I think I need to talk about. I saw a sign so I can go in the kitchen. Why can't I go in the kitchen? What are you, a cook now? That's not your business. But there may be something pertinent to investigation in the kitchen. Rosaz, he wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with it? He changed his mind. The kitchen is closed until 1300 because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that if you must. Okay. By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see something interesting in the whirling later. Reaction speed easy, by the way. Leave. Well, she can't particularly help me. Hey, what about you, buddy? What's this? Bottle room has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. The sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Not now. Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrup, rum, and lemonade with a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum? Banish the thought. You're good, dude. You're having a hard enough time as it is. A man is sitting at a table wearing mud-caked boots, rolled down overall. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pine, circled by a logo with a tree. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The pills. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. You just picked up medicine. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen of your character portrait. Click the plus icon to heal your morale if you have morale damage. Leave. That's not a physical altercation I want. I don't want that particular problem right now. So there's, I guess I'll just have to, maybe she can help.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Never mind, I'm not gonna do you. That dude's a tool.
Welcome back. The days ain't going by any faster, believe me.
Alright, let's run back to the tree. Going over here. I think I have to get through another door to do that. Why am I looking at this pile? Oh, what is this? Try it and fail it. Oh, yep. This is nice and orderly. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. Leave. Just want to get over there. Kids, you guys got like I can get this dumb kid to climb up there.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Ask who is Kuno? Kuno's pig. The boy points to his chest with both thumbs. It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly kids using the third person perspective as a shield. Interesting. You refer to yourself in third person to distance yourself from the situation? Some kind of gang name. Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang, in a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Madre, bangs for the Mazda, bangs for Revachol. Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. The thing behind the fence starts squealing shrill and violent like a fire alarm. The sound gets louder as the child shouts the window overlapping the yard. Help, pig's got Kuno. Help, rape. Help, the boy joins in. He's got the Kuno. Help. I'm not doing anything, see? Just answer the questions. Help, he's digging his dick out. Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're afraid. Right, please, it's full blast now. The wind carries messages far and wide across the Martinez. How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason. Be logical, kid. I haven't done anything to you. What is this 6th grade? Put you up to this? Are you high right now? What is this? No, the boy screams, his freckled face contorted in hideous, uncontainable laughter. Get off, Kuno, you sick fat fuck. The nearly psychopathic way they can slip in and out of the act implies you're not their first victim. Who put you up to this? No one, he whispers suddenly. Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig. This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you. Change of plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder down the line. You may end up missing crucial information. Well, let's see. Be logical. Fucking logical, he snorts. Help. The logical pig is fiddling Kuno. Are you high right now? Help, Mr. Help. He pranks around, eyes bulging out his socket, rolling hard, yelling at the windows. Ugh. Back off. Look. Kuno whispers, even softer than before, vanishingly silently. For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. Shit-eating psychopathic ghost with an ace up his sleeve. I know you want to hit me. He lets it linger. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno dad gets. The murder look, the rage look. Relax, he can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that. There's a dead body, remember? That's what you're doing here. Yeah, but I didn't act on it. It was just a fantasy. Yes, how do I get back to it? I want to get back to that thought. How do you know what? Some man whisper, can you read my mind? It's just a fantasy. I know what you thought. I'm gonna fuck the Kuno up. I'm gonna shut that shit down. You know what? You should have, because now, he raises his voice again. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. He spreads his arms, taking dominion over the yard. King Kuno. Kuno turns you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno. No, the lieutenant almost rolls his eyes. You're not. We can just leave. Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever. That Pippo-headed critter doesn't let him finish. Pippo's the type of hat, by the way. Nice Pippo. You don't talk about my fucking Pippo. You don't know where I'm coming from. You're just Kuno's bottom bitch. Whatever. Okay, Kuno's kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, he taps his temporal lobe. This changes shit. Click, 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 click goes the little Pippo wearing asshole from behind the fence. Oh, extra bad. Let's not worry about that one for now. I want to discuss his body with you again. Did you do all that? What are you talking about? What is a contusion shit? He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting. He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again. Merged from the corpse, yep. Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? He let go of his head, suddenly feeling better. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here. You hear the lieutenant? No. I'm off. Boy. These kids, huh? Fucking rock music, I tell you. The trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says whirling rags. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. The body is downward from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. How do we get the lock open? We try using a pry bar, the one you took from a motor carriage, or Lieutenant? No, or pry bar. We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the whirling rags. He probably has one and also has information. Well, I'm a little too weak to use the pry bar. Yeah, we could probably ask him out. I just want to get this body down. Ugh. Oh, these kids are here, so.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Child, converse with me. Hey, kid.
What is this kid shit? Fucking mind
She puts her
I'd rather
temp.
die than
Ooh,
squeal.
she'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face! You got something? Talk to me!
Jeez, these kids are just pieces of work. Squint, take a step back. Yeah, we've done this. Alright, looks like the clear thing is someone to pick one of these big boys to help me get this thing down. Which big boy seems most reasonable? One's pretty racist in a way that I don't really appreciate, clearly. And the other one's doing his thing down here, so I think I'd like this guy most.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Who are the strike breakers? Honest men and women with rights to work to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want to work, it ought to let in those who do want work. I have a question. The lieutenant looks him in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of economy, because they were. He starts bellowing, given a job to do. Alright, tough guy. I should probably save before I do this, huh? It's good. Results in suboptimal result. Alright, dude. I got a crowbar and also not a gun.
Last we saw, your race was being superseded by the Semini.
It was your people, but that I think it was his people.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Continue.
Bring your troops to the Seminole Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum.
You're just great, Measurehead.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul. You'll be lovely. Yeah. Inside, we will starve the odes to homosexuality called art, and your meat.
Oh, this guy's awful. There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. Wouldn't that mean I'd have to become a Simonese supremacist myself? Yup. Well, yes. Why don't you want to be a Simonese supremacist? What if you're not Simonese? You can be anything. You serve the union, don't you? Aren't they white? What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? I don't have the strength to knock him out. Conceptualize. Subscribe to advance his race theory. Can't do that. That seems ridiculous. Aren't they white? Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does this affect your life? You keep telling yourself that. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital something. Your race, naivistic, communist never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Communism is pretty cool. I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. You got some choices here. Individualism is my jam. Let's do that one. I am individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture. Have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs? I got them from disco, actually. Youth culture doesn't affect my thinking. Wouldn't that be nice? Unfortunately, youth culture affects all of our thinking. Offshoots of the Simonese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race, but what is done is done. I'm not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Simonese race. Wonderful. I need to enter harbor now, or could you take the bite down yourself, maybe? Oh man. What you need to do is come to terms with extinction and never getting that body down from the tree. He looks at the bud behind him and detects his face move to reveal the smallest smiles. Kim, what do you think about this? Help. I think this race is better than the last, but the next races will be really the good one. Wait, I think this racist is better than the last, but the next races will be the really good one. That will be our lucky racist. I know there'll be next racist. Like the previous race is better, actually. That'll be our lucky racist. You grant us 3 wishes. Your paedomorphic friend has quick wits. He leans in to inspect a protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone. The lieutenant does not flinch. You should keep him close. The congenital effect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind. What was that supposed to mean? Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. He gestures towards the lorryman down the street. I'm not like them. I'm not craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenological grid of my skull, and this phrenologist dude, thanks. This should dispel any doubt. You sure I'm not chronometrically superior to you? Guess I can push a little bit. Or I can say nothing. Craniometric perfection. I'm gonna say nothing to that. Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years there is a need for a servile homunculus. This dude, I can't do either of these things. Oh, and a 17% chance to get my behind absolutely, well, to win, and all the rest to lose. I don't think it's an option. Sure, it is the law, it seems. Bigger and tougher than we are. I mean, he's just bullying everybody. We should be able to arrest him, probably. But I mean, is he doing something illegal? Got that other racist guy over here. I can take this guy more easily than that guy.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button. Strikes not before you go in there and get your ass whooped. Learn about failure, I would always say. You might have some advice, but you gotta at least try to fight the mission first. Return if you fail. Alright. Wow. I mean, I have a crowbar. I don't know if there's any way we can get around this. I'm not gonna be part of his racist gang if that's the point.
Your race descent has
Oh,
only
well, here
worsened
goes.
since the last soul. You have really let yourself go.
How did this happen? Your little fist in his giant hand, he's squeezing it. It hurts. You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. The pressure in becomes unbearable. Say it. I'm a degenerate alcoholic. A cop. Ooh, health is looking bad. Your fist cracks in the hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up your brain as he's twisting it more and more. Words to the song have changed. Say I'm a violent drunk. Can I afford to say something else? What'll happen if I lose all my health? I wish you would stop this. No, I won't fucking say anything. Uh-oh. You get something in your chest. The unnatural pressure spread to your left arm, your jaw. I sure hope it's heartburn. You know, it's been years of combined self-neglect and self-abuse. Try to remain conscious. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It's so dark. You don't even see her face like you always thought you would. And you don't see pain and fear. Well, that fight didn't go great now, did it? Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drunk I ever met. At the tolling price, the deceased superior officer commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor. Sure, says Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to the official statement by the RCM, the officer is on the brink of solving a murder case. Well, now. That went great. We gotta try again, and this time I'm probably gonna be very quick to back down when he abuses me with his words. Wait, do I have anything I can, like, use? Is this tank top gonna make me tough? Put on this tank top too. This is put on. If I take off my jacket, maybe it'll. All right. Wait, nope. Stop again. Show that. I don't need to have any of this. 1v1 me, bro.
Last we saw, your race was being enough with this. Bring your troops to
Yep.
will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved weapon. Inside, we will starve the
Boom.
homosexuality come out, and your microcephalus skull.
How did this happen? Yep. I'm a degenerate alcoholic. Good. He releases your hand. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further. Leave.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where we have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds will even prick that Hulk. But he's want to try and provoke me. I was gonna get to the gates. There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again and face the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here. Alright. Gonna put my good clothes back on then. That tank top kind of helped. I mean, I feel stronger when I'm wearing a tank top. Is it a tank top or a dank top? So they say it faces the other side of the harbor. Maybe there's somewhere I can go. One day we're gonna get this body down. We've kind of explored over here. That nice old lady, she's fine. This game kind of moves slowly. Again, not mad at it, just is what it is. Can we just run away? Nature fountain doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Hey, who are you? Tire trucks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. You're the angriest man I know. The spirit chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide a burp.
Oh, I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to angry old Rene first.
Okay, how angry are we talking here?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape?
What?
Rene, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I am trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old, I can see that. We're both old. Now, stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first, ask questions later. Alright, it's ball time. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. Boosh. You're being surprised by the fall. Ball's like a weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time is frozen. Let's feel the ball. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and the scars of victory. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. There is a time for a last glance inward. Who am I? An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Some would say you're still a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now. The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go and be the bullet. What was that about? Okay. Is something else happening? It's swing. Did the game just like kind of flub up here? Okay, this is weird. I can still do that. Can't seem to escape this. All right, neat. Huh. Well now. I'm pressing the buttons. I'm bound to spacebar, pressing circle. Nope. Alrighty. Well, that's neat. Let's see if we got an autosave somewhere. Okay. Nope. Well, let's close the game and then start it up again. Please be true. Most of all, darling, kiss me. Fly me to the moon. That sucks. I don't really feel like having to fight that dude wearing my tank top again. I won't call it a dank top again either. I'm gonna probably do that same thing and probably call it a dank top again, but that's alright. Now that I know there's a thing that can happen, I should probably start to save more frequently. But I don't think anything was learned by even fighting that dude other than don't fight that dude. Nothing was gained. Let's run back to these old men throwing the ball and save her before, and hopefully it doesn't crash me out again. This time, like the thing he did where he threw that ball, I don't understand why he threw it there.
Have you no shame?
Yep.
René.
I am trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration.
Let's go.
You're old.
Cool.
I can see that. We're both old. Now stop
Let's see if
grabbing
we'll
your
repeat
ass
it.
like it's a girl.
Still not quite sure what he's doing here. Feel the ball. Feel the surroundings. Continue. Continue. Ah, there we go. Mayday. Told you I was an outrage. A whorehouse of shit. It wasn't a whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some nothing to be embarrassed about. What the hell is your problem? It's a good question. Problem? I don't understand. You vandalized our game, son. He trying to call himself. We can't play petanque with fireball. But it was shot put. And apparently he did think that. I didn't think that myself. But this man did think that. Well, it damn well isn't. It's petanque. The game, the man snaps, raising his voice again. We ruined the petanque game. We want our bowl back. Take it easy, Ren. The jolly one tries to defuse the situation. This is just a misunderstanding as an officer and no harm done. Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. The heel of his cavalry boot slams in the ground. You has a goddamn bowl. I'll try to fix this. Good, he nods. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us? Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder. That's my brain talking to me. You never know, he might know something. It's a good vantage point. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the back of the yard? Unfortunately, I don't. He shrugs. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law, so can you really blame them? But you don't have a problem with cops? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. He doesn't know about the crime. Time is better spent discussing politics. So again, you don't know anything? If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. Simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. Daily business of the riffraff no longer concern me. It is true, sire. He knows nothing. Thank you. That's it. What's further over here then? What's up, kid?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Not really. Sorry, kid. Also, you could pick them up if you had a bag. Why would I want to pick up bottles? I do want to go in here. Oh, I could pick up those bottles if I had a bag. That's exactly how I want to spend my time. Hello. Hi.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Clerk extends a greeting.
Welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
I need to stop trying to ask people for money.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched as if to give it more penetration. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Of course. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Did. Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? 5. I felt some interest. I'm not gonna create a human being. I don't do that. 5. Felt some interest. It's better than nothing. She drugs, so I'll try harder next time. And it's quite a true bullshit. Great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. I mean, this is a lot to take in. They're giving me some ideas here. You're wrong. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. I don't know about that. She has a job. I don't know how small this child is. Great value add. I'm not here to dismantle the free market. Let's change the subject. Farewell. Is there anyone anywhere? Any like extra large brutish people that get to help us with our old body in the tree problem? Another boring book just discarded here. It's like a changing room or something. That's weird. You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. Strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtain.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
No, the curtains for now. What's behind the curtains? Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? She fills with her pendant. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? You ought to. She speaks almost as if you're trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtain, the more alluring they become. Examine the curtain cage-like trinket. You see some kind of charm in a regular polyhedron, assembled from bones, sticks, and straws. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stare at you. From the looks of this, a traditional Simonese ward meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of, yep. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there's nothing else to do with its fish head charm at the time. The curtains remain shut for you. Leave. Let's stop giving these people a hard time without any cause there, Mr. Officer. Norse balls, were they ever real, man? Actually, before I take off, let's run and see if we can get that ball from where I decided to shot put it because I clearly can't read a room. Let's talk to this dude as well. Got your bag, dude. Better watch your mouth around me, boy. Okay. Well, now I can go pick up bottles if I want to, I guess. That's exactly the thing to do. Splatter bullet holes hit the wall. Inside a bullet hole stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. Look closer first. The vetting marks too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. You just chip the chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient. Kim, look, bullet holes. Where? He looks around. Into the chips on the wall. Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it. Oh, well, old. Days are old. What do you mean old? These bullets were fired during the revolution over half a century ago. They don't warrant investigation. Yeah. I think we're good on not learning any more about the revolution right now. So do I need to actually try to go and buy new bowls? Or can I check to see if like maybe it's in this water over here? Roof. Yeah. We're not gonna be getting that particular ball back. Alright, let's continue the previous path. I guess like a creep, might as well do this. Is this where my bag, where I could get garbage out? This is newspaper. Mail collection box. Good mail delivery. Pat the box. Box seems happy. Eat shit, pig. Fucked by the cunt. And Saint G with a crown having scribbled on it. Jenny's a whore. I feel you, mail collection box. Been there. I feel you. Mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankfully, even. So do you. You shudder then swallow. Leave. I'm glad I had that moment with the mailbox. Let's press on. Actually, can we sit here? I like something to heal my health. Broken window. Tibbs has windows. Streets. Roundabout north. Is he like starting to better understand? Or if it's just like a time thing. 5 more and then you'll get something happen. Which I'm not sure exactly what it is. Only Cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Yo. Well, they show us signs. Was this blood? Paint? Huh. Well, let's see if I can get a little fresher. No, I don't like this at all. I'm looking more like a cop, I guess. This classic old person's coat suits everyone, including you, and if you ever find yourself battling winds in the helm of a ship, then the coat's heavy fabric has got your back, even if one of the bottles have left a few holes. Stick to my fresh original look. There's so many people to talk to and interact with. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Drug control for citizens. Residents, okay. Your room wrong big is much bigger than the sloop. A strike woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets, a silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers.
This person appears to be rich. She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Okay, what can you tell me? Well, you're on a boat. That's an observation. You tell me Wild Pines, don't care. Can you tell me the strike? Not the point right at this moment. What can you tell me the lynching? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. She falls out for a moment, contemplating something. Secret task complete. Level up. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask your names and badge number. Oops. Of course, man. We should have introduced ourselves. Lieutenant hands her a piece of plastic. I'm Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 51. Afraid doesn't have his badge at the moment. Hope mine will suffice. I'm curious. She turns the lieutenant's badge and turns to you. Why is that, detective? Remember my partner told you I'd recently suffered from my unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it. I see. She looks increasingly worried. So are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? It's possible after a night of heavy drinking I lost all memory of my life and in the world. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city, nothing. I can't hear you, darling. Speak up. It's possible. Oh dear, she sighs with confusion, sadness even. Some kind of encephalopathic. Ooh, there we go. Encephalopathic. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition. As I said, ma'am, the lieutenant interjects. His techniques may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM. Of course. I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. Suggest, how do I negotiate my way out of this? Oh, nice. Sure, there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials. I'll be frank with you. She puts down her thermal cup. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible. You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain. Like what? Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for local drug trade. This is an open secret for Martinez. The union controls the terminal, so it goes the reason. They're profiting from this trade. The company has tried looking into the matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or, she picks up the cup back, you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause. Detective, Lieutenant closes notebook. Word in private before we continue. Excuse us for a moment.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go? Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, you know, not volunteer as to be her henchman. Oh, so we're henchmen now. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we play straight to her hands. Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you. The company must have more eggs on the ground. She could have known about my condition. We proposed that we don't investigate the drug trafficking. Could we just, find my badge? Should do that. No, if there's a reason position, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the union, or that we're on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is we ask her, then we investigate briefly. He's just glass, but do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We'll tell her it's done and demand for information on the lynching. We ask her, then we investigate briefly. Okay. Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay. Okay, some of this alleged trafficking. It's quite straightforward. Someone's using the terminal B to struggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the union's blessing. Wild Pine suspected it for years. Ingredients for what, man? Meth, dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it may be quicker to say what you can't make from this stuff. And you want us to investigate this. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Irvant and the dock workers. Still, she raises her bony finger. Every chain has a weak link. The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout. The lorries. Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp, but in transit they are vulnerable. Roger noticed that a number of lorries are tangled up in traffic jam. The roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. She gives you a knowing look. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. We already have some. Yep, we do. Alright. What proof do you have that the union is involved? How do you think they're financing the strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight. There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it. With all due respect to these desert cacti, the content of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. Local businesses can seriously provide for themselves. So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients or drugs? Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then load into lorries and driven to Jamrock. Simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. Alright. We'll do this case and see. Excellent. She takes a long sip of tea. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering at the near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. Need some rich, got some money? Yes, truth is what you want to say, but it isn't easy, is it? Well, why not? Look at that lady. Take it again. Squint your eyes, bub. What lustrous hair. Well-kempt yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hint of gray, she's elected to keep it all natural, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style. Positively statuesque. While dull orange pearls hanging from her earlobes, red from cold, her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth, and all its possibilities. These are the kind of rich man These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason. Yes, so? Now look at you, misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too ashamed. I'm not ashamed. What is this feeling? I never felt it before. I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leash for some dough. And that should be. Or even considering it. This is a woman I'm a man. Yes, I should make my own goddamn money by now. Boy, this is a interesting question, isn't it? She's got it. I need it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not ashamed. Oh, but you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half precious stones of Audenil. As I was saying, her voice breaks the silence. Suddenly you're back again. Nearby, a seagull pecks at a piece of garbage. If there's any way I may be assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. Alright. I should do the other one first. And the photos too. Let's do everything besides that first. That's the man who was killed. She almost takes the photo, but then stops. I'm afraid this discussion for once we cleared the lunch in question. You know something about the tattoos. We're not to the forest stay to the back stay. The forest stay to the back stay on this. Oh, there's something else I can help you. Oops. I'm sorry, it just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is surprisingly eloquent, relate the last one, not the first three. Those are ape speak. Last one. Money. Excuse me, I didn't hear your voice is a little hoarse from the wind. Did you say money? No, I didn't. Let's talk about something else. Oh. Talk about the reality. This reality? She pulls her hood close around her neck. Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case. I'm conducting a personal investigation of the world I find myself in. During that medical episode, I have trouble remembering even the most basic of realities. That's how I explain. Just give me a lowdown. Let's do that, maybe. Ah, yes, the episode. Sounds like an accused case of encephalopathy. Encephalopathy. I'm not going to read medical words anymore. Now that I think of it, she puts down her thermal cup and looks at you. Don't be phased, madam. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality. We may be here a while then. She takes a long sip of tea. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can. Okay. We know where we are. What is this? A neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out. What causes this? Well, it's either a bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use. It's definitely the drink. What is this? Spread hands. What is this? Think of something close to you. What are you? What I am not is a basic term of reality. She smiles. What is this? Spread your hands. A bird? She still head. A sphinxid? Sphinxid? Ugh, flies bird of the polar region. I mean, what is this place here? Ah, she spreads her arm almost as wide. This is the pier of Rue de Saint Ghislaine 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent the slot. What is this? A pre-revolutionary tenement on buildings are called tenements. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. New buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveau. But 33A and 38B are not nouveau, they're old. She looks up at the crumbling facade. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall, a real high rise by the standards of the last century, built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay and the delta. That was before the war, of course. Mostly urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat. From a dilapidated balcony, a young girl in odd clothes gives Joyce the evil eye, a red paintbrush held to her throat. Wonderful. Oh. What is that? The girl in the old lady rags? Yes. Looks like a sullen, rebellious member of teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the superculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture, with its own dress code and vernacular. It's an illusion, I'm afraid. There's no refuge from the superculture. Okay, now explain the same thing, but to a child. Young people who dye their hair funny colors and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeated. You pause and take a long, leisurely sip of tea. All right, what next? Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the super culture. Let it go. Of course, no time for silly and for cultures. There are more pressing reality-centric questions to be asked. I mean, where are we? What is Martinez? Guys, I think we know about Martinez. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all we got. Yeah, I would say we learned. Okay. Get the reality lowdown. Joyce is rich, won't answer questions. Ask one. We did. Place the lost bull. Joyce info on the lynchings. Let's run up here. Knock. Knock again. Door rouse again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Hold on.
It don't matter who I am. Now, go on, get out of here. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
I get that.
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
He trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished. Leave. Inside the frame of a motorcycle on repair and the tool used to disassemble it. Yeah, you better keep walking. Jeez. Can't click up there. I can talk to her from down here.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue d'Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth? Blood type? The last time I was tested for Hep C?
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to be defensive.
And here I was, trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing on the wall? Do anything about the recent murder? She wrinkles her nose. I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts. Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner. We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall? Can't you tell I'm painting a beautiful mural? An arrow graffito visible from low over it. She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. I haven't really started yet. I'm waiting for the right words. I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it? I don't have an opinion on this. You don't know what to write? Have you ever tried to hand at graffito? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff like pigs go home and Mona is here. We rarely see pigs around here though, just union cads, and my name's not Mona, so. I took a minute to deface the building. The place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. Thought I'd mix it up, you know, some of the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation. Hello, public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. I do like public art. Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval. She means the opposite. What are you looking at? She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully towards Joyce, performing maintenance on her boat. Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in the girlish features. Someone on the boat does not notice her staring. That Ozone whore, someone's got to keep an eye on her. Ozone and Archipelago, 2 days travel away from Revachol. It's a moneyed residence, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques. Really have the reason to visit Martinez. On the first name base with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world. I don't like her either. She gives you a stately nod in approval. Pig's not half dumb as he looks. Catch you later, Cindy. Watch your back, undulate. You got eyes on you. Well, this was not very productive hour and a half, but it has still been an hour and a half, so I guess I'm gonna shut it down and plug in next time. Hopefully I can figure out what to do next. I think where I'll do next time is gonna be probably go talk to those cab drivers and try to sort out what's going on with the lorries, and then about the drug thing to get back to Joyce. None of this is gonna help me get the